think that their kids are there to serve them. That's all. Yeah, and they don't owe an apology. They don't owe, a thanks to the kid. The kid is expected to do it. Yeah, the kid owes to them. Yeah, that's how entitled they feel. Yeah. Hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about why is it very difficult to expose, call out and confront a covert narcissistic parent. Yeah, and before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So covert narcissists operate, manipulate, exploit, abuse under the guise of love, care. Yeah, they appear to be someone who, has lost all hope and interest in life. They have given up on life. Someone who has suffered a lot because of the bad world people out there. Someone who has been victimized, brutalized and antagonized by the entire world. Yeah, so they have this kind of an image that they project, and this is basically to keep their victim on hook and trap new sources of supply. Remember in the past, I talked about their search and rescue mission, their style of, love bombing, where they will narrate all the sad story, how they suffered this and that, and how they have not given up, but they still wonder if they would ever be able to experience anything good in their life. Yeah, so this is basically to manipulate the victim, the supply, into taking up the role of a rescuer. I'll do it, mom, don't worry, you have suffered a lot. I'll make you experience what you have not experienced on your own. And in that process a lot of thing happens, so we are not going to talk about that. We are going to talk about why it gets so difficult to call out these covert narcissistic parents, why it gets so difficult and confusing to expose them. Yeah, and confront them. So, covert narcissists are like other narcissists, they lack empathy. Some of them are a little sadistic, but overall, they lack empathy. They have this strong sense of entitlement, and they have this, eternal hunger, for admiration, validation, attention. Yeah, they have all the qualities of a narcissist, but they have a a victim image that they project. Yeah, we can easily understand and spot, and in a way we can predict the other narcissists, like the grandiose one, the malignant one, the vindictive ones. We can predict them. Yeah, we can observe their traits and behavior, and we can predict, yeah, as to how they are going to react, how they are going to respond. But when we look at these covert narcissistic parents, it's very difficult, because their entire that victimhood is all based on lies. Yeah, the image that they project, that they have suffered and this and that. These covert narcissistic parents are very manipulative. They are big time into parentifying their kids. Yeah, they are expert in manipulation. I mean, all the narcissists are expert in manipulating their victims, their supply sources. So these coverts are very smart. When they have a child, they start parentifying the child from an early age, and they uh, train the kid to take up the role of their rescuer. So let us understand it this way. I mean, like, a husband and wife's conflict shouldn't be discussed with the child. The husband and wife should resolve it. That is not a child's business. Yeah, the child doesn't need to know what fights are happening between mom and dad. Let the child be child. When the child grows up, let him see and observe and come to a conclusion. Yeah, what good are you doing by parentifying a kid? A kid is small, let him learn, enjoy life, and explore things. Yeah, that's what kids are for. Yeah, They are not adult, they are innocent individuals. So why burden them? Yeah, why burden them with all your hopes, expectation, desires? Why parentify them and tell them that your dad was like this, your mom was like this, but still I didn't give up? The child doesn't need to know all of these things. In a healthy family, healthy parents don't share their disputes with their kids, because that is not the kids thing. The kids thing is to study, explore, enjoy, grow. That's it. So, the dispute, amongst the parent should remain till the parent. Yeah, it should be managed and handled, and it should be resolved amongst the two. Yeah, the kid shouldn't be involved. But these covert narcissistic parents don't leave a single opportunity to manipulate and exploit their kids. Yeah, and they might tell a lot of unnecessary things, oversharing, things which shouldn't be shared with the kid in the first place, like your auntie was so bad, your uncle was so bad, your daddy supported your auntie, your daddy didn't listen to me, your daddy was all the time dancing on the tunes of your grandmother. I mean, this is unnecessary. The kid doesn't need to know all of these things. And this is how a covert narcissistic parent, whether it's a covert narcissistic mother or a covert narcissistic father, they, manipulate their child. They parentify the child. Yeah. They talk about their, fake story that they have, created and they are projecting. They talk about their suffering and how they stayed in the marriage just for the sake of the son, just for the sake of the daughter. I stayed in the marriage. I did not divorce your mother, even though she was like this, but still I just looked at your face and I was stuck in this marriage. And they really don't care what is happening on the inside. Yeah, what is happening with the kids. These covert narcissistic parents don't care. Yeah, the emotional turbulence that the kid is having on the inside, does the narcissistic parent care about all of that? The answer is no, they don't care. All what they do is prepare their source of supply, so that the source of supply is dedicated to them, is loyal to them, and is devoted to them. Yeah, the child takes up the role of the rescuer, and the child is ready to go to any extent to fulfill the dreams and desires of his or her covert narcissistic mother or father. So, covert narcissistic parents are worst, according to me. Though all narcissistic parents are worst, but covert narcissistic parents are super manipulative. So one thing is that they parentify their kids, yeah, so that the kids become their rescuer, and they keep reminding the kid. They don't give direct payback reminder. They keep reminding the kid, well, I never used to eat, I used to give it to you. After all, that is the role of a parent. I get it, but you don't have to keep on reminding the child. Okay, it's absolutely okay. Parents do sacrifice for their kids, and they really don't need to remind their kid. I mean, as a healthy parent, me or anyone wouldn't have the list ready and keep on reminding the kid, I did this for you, I did that for you. I mean, why? In the first place, I choose to be a mother, I choose to be a parent, so why should I give payback reminders to my child? That's not fair. But these covert narcissistic parents, they give subtle reminders, not like the grandiose ones and the other types. Covert narcissistic parents are not going to directly tell their kids that, hey, I want this, hey, I want you to do things this way. They are going to start their sob story. Well, I suffered a lot. I don't know. Look at their son. They are doing so well. Look at his daughter. She is doing so well. They are so happy. I wonder if I would ever be happy. I mean, it's okay. Everything is fine. But aren't they very happy? Did you see they bought a new house? Did you see, they got this, that? So, it's very indirect. And all of these, talks, really makes the kid feel guilty and pressured, and the kid is then ready to do anything. Yeah, The kid doesn't hesitate in getting into troublesome work, or the kid doesn't even hesitate in getting into wrong activities, yeah, because the kid wants the parent also to experience happiness. I get it, it's the parent's duty to make the kids happy, it's the kid's duty to, you know, take care of their parents happiness, but not at the cost of sacrificing himself or herself. And you know, it's vice versa, yeah. As a unit they should function and, you know, take care of each other. That's what family is, that's what relationship is, where you're working as a unit. It shouldn't be one way, that the kid has to take care of your happiness and you don't take care of your happiness, yeah. But that is how it is with these narcissistic parents. So, you know, the kid automatically, you know, feels pressured and feels guilty that I'm not able to make my mother experience this, I'm not able to make my father experience this. None of the talks are direct. Covert narcissistic parents don't want to be labeled as the selfish, greedy, and wicked parent. Yeah, they don't want to be the bad guy. In their story, in that narcissistic relationship, covert narcissistic parents were the victims and they were the heroes who were not recognized and awarded. That's how things are. They can never be the villain. Yeah, and that's how it is with all the narcissists. Either they are the victim or they are the hero, but they are never the villain. If you try and call out their bad behavior, if you try and, you know, confront them and try and expose them, well, you become the villain, you become the difficult one. So now, coming back to the covert narcissistic parents. So, you know, this search and rescue mission is there. Parentification is there from an early age. They start manipulating their kids. They even go to an extent, you know, of alienating the child from the other parent. I mean, not physically, but on an emotional level. Well, he used to treat me so badly, but I stayed in this marriage for you. Yeah. So these are the things they tell their kids. The next thing that, you know, you can see with these covert narcissistic parents is that, you know, they will stand up with you when they see that, you know, you might bring good name, money, or, you know, add in some value to them, yeah. Then they will stand up with you, then they are going to stand next to you, and they might even fight with the other parent. Oh no, let him do this, oh no, let her do that. But are they supporting you unconditionally? Are they supporting you genuinely, um you know, wishing that you grow and, you know, prosper and evolve and become independent? No, they just support their kids when they see that they can get something out of the kid. Then they can, you know, fight with their partner also, the other parent also. Oh no, let her do this, oh no, let her, you know, pursue this. And this is basically, you know, when they are able to sense that if I allow my kid to do this or go on to this path, I'm going to be benefited as well as a parent. I'll also be admired, I'll also bag in some, you know, good compliments. Yeah, I'll be validated by people, people are going to admire me. I mean, some monetary gain, you know, there could be endless reason. So when they see that they will be benefited as well, then they stand up and support the kids. But when they see that there is no benefit, I mean whatever calculations they have in their head, when they see that their kids are not going to be up to the mark or is unable to bring in good name, money, then they are not going to stand up with the kid. Yeah, that is also there. So, you know, these covert narcissistic parents love towards their child is very transactional, conditional, and instrumental. So when they see the kid is able to bring things on the table, yeah, then they are going to support the kid and they are going to fight with the other parent. But when they see that the kid is not going to get anything on the table, they are not going to stand up with the kid and support the kid or encourage the kid to grow, evolve, and become independent. They are not going to do that. Yeah, then they are going to guilt trip the kid. Well, look at their son, look at their daughter. Yeah, all of that comparison, minimization, invalidation, silent treatment. Yeah, passive aggressive behavior. They might, you know, tell their kids, this is what I get in return. I shouldn't have had expected anything. I did so much for you. I sacrificed this and that. I stayed in the relationship, and look, you can't even, bring good name to the family. You can't even make enough money. You are not, in a good position. You are not, having a good job. So, they are not going to directly tell you that you are worthless. They are going to, express what's inside of them in a passive aggressive way. Yeah, they might even tell their kids, look at so and so, their kids are amazing. After all, I mean, it's purely luck. They are lucky to have such kids. They are not going to be direct. They don't want to be labeled as the selfish and the wicked one. Yeah, so they do it in a very coverted style, and that is what makes these covert narcissistic parents dangerous. Yeah, when they see that they are benefiting from the kid, they are going to accept anything that their kid says. This is only till the time they see that the kid is of some use and benefit. The moment they see that there is no benefit, no, good name, no financial gain, no validation, admiration, if all of these things are not, coming through the kid, then they are not going to stand up. Let me give you an example. I knew someone, and whose parents were covert narcissistic parents, both the parent, mother and father. And this child had not come out as someone who was gay. I mean, he was closeted, and he was waiting for the right time. He was acting and pretending as if he was straight. Now, when he tried opening up in front of his parents, the parents were very furious. This child, he was not doing well financially, job wise. He was not in a very good position, and while he was going through his ups and downs, he decided that, let me open up to my parent and let me tell them who I am. So he opened up to his parents that I'm gay, and that's it. The parents immediately, started minimizing, started, comparing him with the others. Oh no, now the family name has, gone down the drain. You are going to bring shame to our family name, our ancestry, blah, 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 all of that. They started, guilt tripping, shaming, blaming the kid for, coming out as gay. The kid went away, and the kid took up a rented apartment and started staying all by himself. And after some time, the contact between the kid and the parent was also bare minimum. It reduced. Yeah, the parent started hating him. Now after some time, this kid got an amazing job where he was paid well. So the kid went back to his home. Yeah, and took a lot of gifts, and the kid then started giving some money on a monthly basis to the parent. The parent immediately accepted the child. Yeah, but this kid was smart. This kid could understand how things are, how transactional the relationship was. So then the kid thought of confronting the parent that, when I came out, I was not successful. When I came out, you guys really discarded me. You guys made me feel miserable and horrible. And now when I have got a good job, and when I'm coming with gifts, and when I'm giving you all financial support, now you are accepting me. So when the kid tried confronting his parent, the mother shifted the entire blame onto the father. Well, your father is rigid. When you were away, when we were not on talking terms, but still I used to tell your father this and that, all that manipulated version of the story. The father narrated another story. Oh no, it was your mother who was stopping me from speaking to you. Yeah, and both of them were started blaming each other. And this kid did not get closure. The only takeaway that this kid had, from this entire situation and scenario was that his relationship with his parents was purely transactional, instrumental, and conditional. Yeah, when he had opened up, no job, not being successful, all alone, parents were not talking much. Yeah, he only used to call. Now, when things changed, mother started calling every day, father started calling every day. All of a sudden, their viewpoint changed. Earlier, they abandoned and discarded the kid, and they invalidated the kid, saying that what will people say, what will my society say, you have brought shame, this and that. And after a couple of months, everything changed. They said that you are everything, we never cared about the society, it's your happiness that matters to us. So everything changed. So when these covert narcissistic parents see that their kids are of some use, value, and worth, then they are there with the kid. But when they see that the kid is of no use to them, these covert narcissistic parents don't hesitate in minimizing, ignoring, giving silent treatment, and in a way discarding the child. Yeah. Now you need to understand that the discard is not always physical. Yeah, physically breaking the relationship. In some cases, yes, the discard is of physical nature. But when you are dealing with a covert narcissist, they will make you feel as if you are invisible. Covert narcissist way of discarding is that they will make you feel not seen and heard. Yeah, you are just there, you are invisible. Yeah, you are someone who's not wanted, you are someone who shouldn't be there, who should just move on. Yeah, you are someone who's a misfit. They are going to make you feel that way. They are not going to tell you directly, because they have an image to maintain, that victim image. And if they are going to be nasty and vile, you would be able to see who they truly are. So in order to uphold that projected version, in order to keep that facade intact, I mean, all that victimhood, someone who has suffered all of that, so they don't say things directly, but they will do everything and anything in their capacity to make you feel invisible, worthless, not good enough, silent comparisons. Plus, these covert narcissistic parents are expert in triangulating. So if they have to express a disagreement, they are not going to tell you that I don't like this in you. They are going to say, well, your auntie was saying this. I felt bad for a while. I don't know what God has, for me in store. This is how they are going to tell you. They are never going to come to you directly. I mean, in a healthy family, healthy parents, there is open communication. There is nothing like walking on eggshells, where the kids have to emotionally monitor the parents. Yeah, and the kid has to shape shift and speak things in a way that pleases the parent. In a healthy family, these things are not there. There is disagreement, there is argument, there is ups and downs, and everyone is free to express and say whatever they have in their heart. And that is what makes that connection healthy, deeper. Yeah. But when we look at narcissistic families, it's never direct. They will make sure that they will, make you feel as if, the entire relationship is like walking on eggshells. You have to monitor them. You have to be very cautious. I hope my this word doesn't hurt my mom. I hope my this word doesn't hurt my papa. So the kid is all the time under this pressure of not, hurting the parent. I mean, the hurt is basically narcissistic injury, because again, these are narcissists and they have this fragile ego, and their entire sense of self is based on lies, withholding facts, manipulation, all those stories, playing victim. Yeah. So things are very difficult. It's very difficult to confront and expose a covert narcissistic parent, and it is even more difficult to be in that relationship. Yeah, because they will keep on guilt tripping you, they will keep on shaming you, they will keep on triangulating things. Well, your uncle came, he was asking as to what you are doing. I couldn't tell him anything, I was so ashamed. And when you will say that, okay, I'll speak to my uncle, they are going to say, it's okay, you don't have to talk to him, he's elder, just leave it. So this is how manipulative and damaging and dramatic and, big time liar these covert narcissistic parents are. Yeah, they are going to hurt you. They don't have this ability to self-reflect, where they think and reflect, is she in pain, is my son a little hurt because of my words? They're not going to do all of that. They have sense of entitlement as well, so they think that they are infallible, they are perfect, they are god, they had sex, they brought you on this planet, so you owe them. They don't owe anything to you. Yeah, they will make you feel as if they have you know done a great deal of work. They have done a favor to you by bringing you on this planet and by raising you. Yeah, so things are very difficult, and you can never confront or expose covert narcissistic parents. The best thing is the gray rock method. Observe, see, analyze, take your time, process things. But once you get to know that you have a covert narcissistic parent, there is no point, or there is no use, to expose them or confront them, because then they are going to turn the table. Yeah, they are going to uh, project you as the villain, as the difficult one, as the bad one, the selfish, the mean one. Yeah, so there is no point in confronting them, or expecting an apology, or expecting some kind of a remorse from their end. Yeah, they are entitled, but they are forever going to be the victim, and that's how they survive. That's how they bag in validation, admiration. They bag in the support and help from their supply and the others. Yeah, it's next to impossible to expose them and confront them. So the sooner you realize that your parent is a covert narcissist, the best thing is I mean, if you have worked on your own self, and if you have healed yourself, the best thing to move forward is taking help of gray rock method. Yeah, don't go deep, don't expect much. What you have to do, you do. What you can't do, don't do. Yeah, don't take their gaslighting seriously. Yeah, uh, I mean, if you can tell them that we are not responsible for your happiness. Everyone is responsible for their own happiness. Yeah, so you can do all of that, but all of this is going to cause them narcissistic injury. The best thing, or the best way to manage and handle a covert narcissistic parent is gray rock method. Keep the contact and the communication to a bare minimum. Yes, no, the weather is fine, the lilies are beautiful, the pond is clean, the fish is good. Just keep it to this. Yeah, don't go deep. Don't expect a deep dive happening. Yeah, don't expect them that they are going to sit with you and have a deeper and meaningful conversation. No. Yeah, so if you are in a position, and if you want to do things for them, you're free to do whatever you can, but don't expect anything from them, because they will keep on activating the guilt and shame inside of you and get you to do their bidding. So there is nothing good that will come out if you are expecting something deep from your covert narcissistic parent. Instead, you will be ruined. So the sooner you realize what you're dealing with, radical acceptance, the sooner you realize and accept that, okay, fine, I am a product of this kind of a parent, and I cannot change that person, and that person is also not ready to change, but I can work on my own self. So you think about your own self, your future, your everything, your emotional well-being, and keep the contact to a bare minimum. Don't expect closure, that the parent is going to come and tell you, oh, I'm so sorry, maybe I was a wreck, I did not behave well, I'm so sorry, I did hurt you. They are never going to, tell you all of that, because till their last breath, they are going to keep narrating their sad story, how they were victimized, how they were brutalized, how the world has done wrong to them, and how people have not, seen their worth and have not given them that kind of respect and honor. So, it's a very messed up scenario. So, yes, have this radical acceptance and don't waste your energy and emotion in trying to heal them or trying to confront them or expose them. Let them be, follow the gray rock method, and if you really cannot, you know uh, bear with it, I mean, everyone's tolerance is different. If things are out of your control, if you really cannot handle them, I mean, it's your call, yeah. Then you can, choose no contact. But for beginners, once you get to know what you're dealing with, someone who has this victim story throughout, you can't expect them to uh, acknowledge and tell you that you had also been victimized by so and so or by them. You can't expect them to do that, yeah. In the room or in the family or in the relationship, they are the only victim, yeah. They are the exclusive victim. You can never be the victim. If you challenge their, victimhood, if you doubt, suspect, or question their victimhood or their victim story, they are going to label you as the selfish one. If you push more, they are going to see you as a threat, and then they are going to project you as the villain. So, yes, have radical acceptance, gray rock method. If things are not in your control, if it's really taking a toll on your mental health, and if you choose to go no contact, that's your decision. But yes, it's absolutely foolish to expect apology, remorse, or gratitude, thanks from a covert narcissistic parents. They are entitled ones, and they think that their kids are there to serve them, that's all, yeah. And they don't owe an apology, they don't owe, a thanks to the kid. The kid is expected to do it, yeah. The kid owes to them, yeah. That's how entitled they feel, yeah. So, yes, this was it. This is why it's very difficult to confront them, expose them, or call out their bad behavior. I mean, the covert narcissistic parents' behavior. It's next to impossible. They are going to scapegoat you, project you as the bad one, blame you, shame you, foul mouth about you, create sibling rivalry. I mean, they are going to wreak havoc in your life. So, don't get into it. So don't expect anything healthy out of your covert narcissistic parent. And yes, in case if you would like to add in something, you can always comment below. Till then, please take care of yourself. Don't ignore the red flags, and lots of love and blessings to all of you. Bye.